recognizing an announced game that has what the fuck is that word? Demonstrably.
Demonstrably?
That is not a word, dude. That has to be a typo.
Watch us.
Demonstrably.
We're just fucking idiots.
Demonstrably illustrated potential.
I don't know that word, so it must not be a word.
That's a very hard word to say. I can't say it. Demonstrably illustrated potential. Then the duck swam across. I'm gonna try to sound it out. All right, welcome back to Action Lag. We are at the Game Award nominees, ladies and gentlemen. They are finally out. We're here to give our official picks on all of the categories and put our vote in with everybody else. Shane, are you ready?
Yes, sir. That's what we'll be doing. We're obviously it's not time for the Game Awards yet, but this is our pre-show of the Game Awards where, like he said, we're going to give our take on each category, and if it's something we could talk about, we will. Obviously, Neil and I here haven't played every single game on the Game Awards, but we'll do our best with everything we know, and let's get it started.
Okay, we are on the official GameAwards.com. This is where you go to vote for the official Game Awards. Make sure you get your vote in if you want your voice to be heard. Ladies and gentlemen, the Action Lag podcast votes begins now.
Yes, and we're mainly doing this because we want to see... we want to give you all our opinion, obviously, but we also want to see which ones we're going to, quote, get right. We want to see if the ones we vote for will win.
Right. This is kind of like our picks, right? Mm-hmm. We can, if we disagree, we'll know who's right. So, starting off with the big one, right here, right off the rip, we're talking Game of the Year.
Make sure you sign in, too.
Oh, yeah I'll do that later.
It's easy. You just hit Google on the far right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then continue. There you go. Yeah, there we go.
All right, we're in.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, we're in. Ladies and gentlemen, Game of the Year. We are here.
This is the big boy.
This is the big boy, right here, off the rip. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. We have 6 nominees. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the Resident Evil 4 remake, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and finally, Legends of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Now, Shane, which one do you think should win this one? I'll give you the mic
This one here, I feel like there's an obvious top 2, and for me, that's Baldur's Gate and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, to be 100% honest, I think those are the top 2 in this category for sure. A lot of people argue that Marvel's Spider-Man 2 would be in the top 2.
And then you have your Resident Evil fanboys. Obviously, they're going to pick that
Dude,
one.
I loved the Resident Evil remake, but it's a remake, right? You don't give remakes Game of the Year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the thing about Marvel's Spider-Man 2, for me, why it's not getting my vote on this is because it played it safe. It didn't really reinvent the Spider-Man game. It's just more of kind of the same stuff, right? You're just doing a new campaign. There's nothing...
Some advanced swinging that you can do throughout the game.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra stuff.
Yeah.
So I think, and I want to see if you agree with me here.
It's a fancy pants Spider-Man game, is what it is.
Yeah, it's just they played it safe. They didn't go above and beyond. It's
like another cookie cutter Spider-Man game, but except on this cookie they put sprinkles on it.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, it's between Baldur's Gate 3 and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for Action Lag. I'm going Baldur's Gate 3, man. I played both of these. I'm going
Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I'm going Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, I think, if you wanted to, talk about it, this game has now like set the standards for how a game should release, right? Like a lot of developers are pissed off that this game came out and was so great, and they're like, this should not set the standard for other games. Well, too bad, because the game came out and that's the new standard. So we're going Baldur's
True.
Gate 3.
Baldur's
right?
Gate. 1 for 1. We both picked it.
Baldur's Gate. All right.
Next here we got Best Game Direction, and it's awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. And just based off of that description of the category, I instantly got to go Baldur's Gate.
You're going Baldur's Gate, agree?
I have to.
Again,
I mean, it's very, very creative and innovation in the game. I mean, there's just so much like details in the game that you can do. So many different ways to play the game. So many creative ways to interact with every NPC in the game. You can pick your conversation with every NPC. It affects your basically your whole campaign. Every decision does almost like. I just don't see any other game
the
on here comparing to that.
romances, all of that stuff. You know, honestly, I think. But here's my thought on that. That is a very good, strong argument. But I am gonna have to lean towards Legend of the Zelda a little bit on this one. Yeah, well, think about all of the creative systems that you can do, like all of the things that people made. Did you ever like scroll on TikTok or any of the like websites of seeing people like shit posting things that they made in Legend of the Zelda?
Oh, you talking about like their little like machine crafting stuff?
Yeah, their little builds and stuff. I think that game almost promotes creativity in a way.
Right.
Like, now, don't get me wrong. I do agree that Baldur's Gate and Zelda should be the top two picks on this, because the other two, I mean, Super Mario is pretty great.
Does that Tears of the Kingdom thing you said, does that really compare to like all the creative builds that people do on Baldur's Gate 3? Like builds as in like skills and like the way they build their character.
All right.
There's just so many fancy creative things I've seen people do. Like
I'm going to agree with you on this one too. Let's just tip our hat. We're going to go with Baldur's Gate 3
I think
again.
Tears of the Kingdom is also just like Game of the Year. Really close here. It's really close. But I still got to give it to Baldur's Gate.
I think, I would say Tears of the Kingdom, but I do see your side on this, so I will give this to Baldur's Gate 3 as well. So here we go. Baldur's Gate 3 for Best Game Direction, ladies and gentlemen. We're locking it in.
Yep.
All right, next category. Here we are. Best Narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Now, we have Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, again, this is 3 for 3. Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, Final Fantasy 16, and Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Now, Best Narrative. This is I would say Best Storytelling. Now, I would say Marvel's Spider-Man probably is in this running here.
Right.
I didn't play Final Fantasy 16. Didn't play it. Didn't have a chance to play it.
For me, with storytelling, I feel like it's got to be between Baldur's Gate, and I know I hate to give one game all these, but that's just how good Baldur's Gate is, people.
Honestly, yeah, Baldur's Gate is pretty crazy.
I think another one that's in the running. I haven't played this game, but I've seen videos of people playing. I've watched people play it, and it's got a good story. I think is Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, I have heard that Alan. I have not had a chance to play it just yet,
but
I know that it's
I think what
good.
gives Baldur's Gate the edge is there's so many different storylines that you can follow. And each different storyline that you follow, you can follow it a different way based on decisions that you make. So it's just
most people aren't finishing
this
the game
game's
the same
crazy,
way.
bro. Baldur's Gate's crazy, bro.
Are we going 3 for 3 right now, dude?
It's getting 3 for 3.
Are we going 3 for 3 right now, dude?
I'm voting.
All right, locking it in. Best narrative, Baldur's Gate 3.
It's too
Baldur's Gate 3, 3 for 3, dude.
Here we
yeah.
go. Next category.
Here we go. Next caddy.
Best art direction. Finally, one that doesn't have Baldur's Gate on it.
Oh, hey, look, Liza P.
For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Got Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Liza P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, so The thing is I don't want to give it to Zelda.
Animation
Don't
and
wanna give it to
artistic
Zelda.
design.
Don't want to give it to Zelda. It's pretty much the same thing as last time in Breath of the Wild. It's nothing like new.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Like, I feel like the animation and artistic design, graphics, the world design, it's the same. I mean,
It's basically
except
the
you
same map.
you gain like a sky part above the Breath of the Wild map, and then you gained like that little Underdark area underneath the Breath of the Wild map.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's slightly new in that aspect, but it's still basically the same art design. So yeah, I agree. I don't think Tears of the Kingdom should get that.
I have heard really good things about Hi-Fi Rush here. Very cel-shaded comic book style. The music like beats with the actual like fighting in the game. Very interesting game. Alan Wake 2 is like a fucking acid trip pretty much. It's pretty crazy. I like Lies of P, man. Like I'm glad to see that it's on here. I'm glad to see that it's on here because it's like a steampunk Souls game, and it needs to get more recognition. Yeah. But is it the best art direction? Probably not.
Right. Yeah, and I mean I like the art style of it, but I mean it's been done before. And
yeah, it's like Bloodborne.
Right.
So in my opinion, it's between these two here. And I like to give it to the darker shit. If I have to pick, I always go horror. Because I haven't played Hi-Fi Rush.
But look at the category. I've seen,
You think we should go with the comic book
I've
here,
seen
then?
some Hi-Fi Rush. And if we're going artistic design and animation, I mean, we got to go Hi-Fi Rush. I mean, that's what I'm going. That's what
we're gonna lock it in with Hi-Fi Rush, best artistic direction coming from our Action Lag. All right, next category.
Oh, some more Baldur's Gate.
Oh, yay! More Baldur's Gate. Best score and music. Okay, obviously, I don't remember much of the Baldur's Gate music, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know for sure that like Final Fantasy and Zelda are known for their music.
So we got
Hi-Fi Rush.
For one, we got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy, Hi-Fi Rush, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And for me, I got to go Tears of the Kingdom for
you think
for
I
score
think Tears
and
of the Kingdom. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
I just love the the ambiance music when you're just playing the game, and just all Zelda music in any Zelda game is all just really good. So
yeah, so let's go with Tears of the Kingdom for best score and music.
Locking it in.
Here we go. Next category: best audio design. Now, our nominees: Alan Wake 2. Dude, this one's batting for 100. It's been on every one so far. Mm-hmm. Dead Space, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and Resident Evil 4. Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't know why the last two are even in this category. All right? But I will say that Dead Space, they made a whole new system for like the audio in this game, right? Like,
but isn't this a remake?
This is a remake, but this is a completely like redone game. And this isn't based off of the game. This is based off of audio design. And horror games like are built around the audio, right?
Yeah.
Like that's definitely a part of the game that I think is important. But I would also check out Hi-Fi Rush too, because this game is like a rock and roll game. The music syncs up with your attacks. Like I would say it's in between these two. My personal bias is towards Dead Space. I love that game. I actually have a Dead Space tattoo, so that's what I'm leaning for. I'm gonna go with Dead Space on this one. What do you think, Shane?
I think this is the first one we're voting separate. I'm going Hi-Fi Rush.
Okay, so flip a coin. Anyone got a coin to flip? Here we go.
I mean, we can vote separate.
Can we? All right. Well, I'm gonna go Dead Space here.
I got Hi-Fi. All right, next category. We got best performance from a voice-over acting, motion, and/or performance capture. We got Ben Starr, who's in Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, he plays the main character.
Cameron Monaghan.
I would thought it was Moynihan.
Moynihan.
Yeah, Moynihan.
This is a funny
Bobby
last
Moynihan.
name. He's obviously the guy from Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, man.
We got Idris Elba from Cyberpunk.
Idris
Melanie,
Elba.
yeah, Melanie Liburd from Alan Wake 2.
Mm-hmm.
Neil Newbin from Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
And Yuri Lowenthal from Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
So, my wife's going to kill me if I pick anyone else other than Neil Newman, because he plays Astarion in Baldur's Gate.
Newbin, you mean?
Newbun, yeah, whatever the Newbin. We share a name. But, that's my personal bias. Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2. I thought he did a good job in Spider-Man 1, but I have not finished the Spider-Man 2 campaign. So
I gotta pick Cameron Moynihan.
You think Cameron Moynihan?
Yeah, I think he just does a great job in those Star Wars games, man.
All right. I'm going to go Neil Newbin here. We're split on this one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see who wins this. I'm going Baldur's Gate, dude.
All right, here we go. Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience.
Okay, I already know the answer to this one, but I'm going to give you the noms real quick. Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. I'm going to be 100% honest, Shane.
I know what you're going to pick, and I know what I'm going to pick.
What are you picking?
You're either picking MK or Street Fighter.
Well, you're right. I am picking Street Fighter 6. 100% Street Fighter 6 has completely redone and set the standards for new fighting games coming out. Rollback netcode, amazing online, ranked. This is the biggest Street Fighter that's ever existed. It's totally made it a lot easier for more people to play. It even developed a new controller scheme for new players that aren't very good at inputting controls. I have to say Street Fighter 6. I don't see any other game that's like going up and above and beyond for any of these other games. You know, with the rough launch from Diablo and
here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick Diablo.
And why is that? Give me your reason.
I'm picking Diablo because the category is for pushing the medium forward by adding features and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So, the reason why I'm picking Diablo is since their rough launch, they've added a lot of new quality of life features. They've done 2 whole new seasons, which each season the game has gotten better. And it's bringing more people to the game with the seasons, so that they're doing really good at adding new features and adding content, and that's why it's getting my vote.
Okay, I don't think Diablo should get a single nomination, but that's just me. I'm biased.
Well, you're a Diablo hater, so
I hate Diablo, guys. I'm not gonna lie, dude. That game drives me fucking crazy.
All right, games for impact for a
I don't know any of these
thought-provoking
games.
with a pro-social meaning or message.
I don't know any of these games, and I like my games fucking edgy as fuck. So I'm gonna go with one with the coolest picture.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna pick the furry one.
Yeah, not the furry one with the... I don't even know what that is supposed to be. It looks like a dolphin thing with wings.
And I'll tell you what I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Chance of Sinnar.
Yeah, that looks
because
pretty dope.
it just looks like a dope, edgy cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Looks like a cool album.
I mean,
cover.
like we told y'all earlier at the beginning of the episode, a lot of these, obviously me and Neil haven't played every single game on this whole awards.
Okay.
So some of them are going to be like that. I mean,
so here we go.
Be realistic.
Best ongoing game. An award to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Now,
Diablo would be a good one for this, I think.
Our nominees: Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16. Oh, or is that's 14?
Yeah,
right?
14.
Oh, 14. Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Now,
all right, so here, I gotta go Cyberpunk.
I was gonna go Cyberpunk too. They've completely redone the game. the game is fixed.
I mean,
It's how
two
it
of these
should have
on
been
here I
launched.
don't really think belong on here, which is Fortnite and Apex Legends.
Well, I mean, these guys are always nominated every year.
Well, I
They're
think that's
every year.
because Apex and Fortnite, I don't think it evolves the player experience over time. I mean,
No.
each season is slightly different with, like little details you can do in your
Mm-hmm.
and when you drop, like when you're in the game. But really, it's the exact same game as it was when it first came out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they're
I'm going to
both-
go with Cyberpunk for sure. They totally redone the game, added new content for the base game. You don't have to get the DLC for this stuff to come out. So if you guys haven't played Cyberpunk in the last, 6 months, check this fucking game out. It is completely fixed.
they definitely have evolved the player experience.
Yes.
Like,
And I'm going to
at
go with that.
big
I think
time.
that's a fair selection. Let's go with Cyberpunk 2077. That's got my vote. Locking it in.
All right,
Next category.
What's our next one?
Best community support. Again, this is recognizing the game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including social media activity and game updates and patches. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. Again, I have to give this to Cyberpunk, just of how much they've redone the game.
I think
that they.
I think
they
the top
deserve
three
it.
here is Baldur's, Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
and Destiny. And I
Yeah,
think
Destiny 2.
I think the best community support is probably Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
They have, it's still just such a huge game, and the Destiny fanboys and girls, they really love that game and die hard for it.
So you're going with Destiny?
No, and then
Okay.
Cyberpunk. I think I think it wins on the updates and patches part. Whereas Baldur's Gate, I think it kind of all around is pretty decent at everything in the description of the category.
Yeah.
So
When I think of this
I
category,
I might go Cyberpunk just because they just flipped the game on the head.
Yeah, that's what I would
it
say.
evolved so much better
When-
with the update and patches they did.
when I think of this category, I like to think of where the game started and where the game is now. And
Right.
Cyberpunk, in my opinion, has made the biggest leap from being a dumpster fire to an actually fun and exciting experience. Like, the game is totally fixed. So I'm going with Cyberpunk on this one.
Yeah.
Best community support.
I mean, in the whole description of the category, I think the biggest part of that is updates and patches is the most important part, and I think Cyberpunk takes that. So
Yeah, so let's go with Cyberpunk. All right, next category, baby. Best indie game. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. We have Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, Sea of Stars, and Viewfinder. Okay, I have two right off the rip that I had a blast playing, and that is Dave the Diver and Dredge. Now, they're practically very similar games where you're fishing and going for crazy, fish and stuff, but in my opinion, Dave the Diver, dude, that game was amazing. I laughed my ass off playing it. I enjoyed every fucking second of it. It's multiple games in one. That is my choice, 100%. Followed by Dredge as a close second.
I agree with you with those being the top two. But I'm gonna go split with you, and I'm going Dredge just because I like dark horror aspect.
Yeah, the Lovecraftian aspect
Yeah.
is pretty dope. It's a fun game for
I'm
$15.
I'm going Dredge.
But if I had to say anything, get both of these games, people. Both of these games are worth it. They're amazing. They're so fun. If you like a light, humorous game, pick Dave the Diver. If you like a darker horror style game, definitely pick up Dredge. I'm going Dave the Diver. You're going Dredge? All right, we're locking it in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, next one is pretty similar, but it's best debut indie game. That's the
Okay.
extra enunciation on debut. That's
so
the
this
big
is
part.
their debut game, right? So best indie game, this is the best debut. So this is the very
it's
first
their
game
first
from
game.
their studio. And I heard Pizza Tower was pretty good.
Well, first of all, we got Cocoon again, Dredge again, and then we got Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder.
Yeah, and I've heard about Pizza Tower. I heard it was pretty funny, pretty cool, interesting game. But in my opinion, dude, Dredge is the way to go.
It's got to
with
be
this.
Dredge. I mean,
Dredge is the shit.
That's a quick one for me, to be honest.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. All right, best mobile game. I don't play video games on my phone. But
yeah, I don't ever play any mobile games either.
So we have Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Honkai Star Rail, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. I think, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with Hello Kitty Adventure, bro.
I think this one I'm gonna go Monster Hunter Now, just because
okay.
I think the Monster Hunter series is really cool. So.
Isn't it similar? It looks like Niantic and Capcom, so I'm feeling like it's very similar to like Pokemon Go. But I don't know. I haven't played it. I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna just go with the fun one, Hello Kitty. Why not?
All right.
Meow.
Next category, we got best virtual reality or augmented reality.
Okay, so we got a racing game. Dope. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Humanity. Resident Evil Village, Synapse.
Synapse.
Obviously, it's the game with the
apples
8-foot...
and bananas.
I like apples and bananas.
The duck swam across the lake.
The duck swam across the lake. Well, the duck swims across the lake, but my daddy owns the lake.
This category is quick for me too. It's Resident Evil. I mean, come on.
Dude, I gotta give it to my
you get close
tall,
up,
big titty mommy
you get
milker.
close up VR view of big titty mommy.
Yeah,
you gotta go VR. I mean,
she's
Resident Evil. You got
she's
to.
my bae. All right.
Ooh,
next
best action
category.
game. This is one I was excited for. Best action game.
So we got Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. This is the new From Software game, Shane. You should check this out. This is the new like Souls-like with like mechs and shit. It's pretty dope. We got that. We have Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. Dude, Remnant 2 was a lot of fun.
This year, I'm gonna be honest, I've only played one of these games, and it's Remnant 2, and it's very good and very fun. But
I'll tell you this, Dead Island 2 doesn't need to be on this.
I've seen people play Armored Core 6, and it looks fucking great.
Well, they're both Souls-like, so that's got it going. Dude, I'm a little
I gotta
biased.
go Remnant 2, just because
I
it's
would
the only
say
one
Remnant
I've played,
2. We
and I
played
think
that
it's
together. We had a blast playing it. Hell, we need to finish that game, honestly.
Right.
So we're going to go Remnant 2. I will put Armor Core right behind it, though, because I do want to play that.
Best action adventure. Got Alan Wake 2, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, so when I think action adventure, I do know Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is like ginormous set pieces, crazy cutscenes of action. It makes you feel like you're in a Spider-Man movie. I would say that has to be in the top 2 at least.
Yeah, but man, I gotta go Tears of the Kingdom. I gotta go
Tears of the Kingdom. Okay. I'm gonna go... Oh, this is tough, man, because Resident Evil 4 was really good, but it is a remake, so it's nothing really new. It's just an upgrade in the graphics and a little bit of the gameplay. Fuck. I'm gonna go Spider-Man on this one. I'm gonna go Spider-Man with this one. I think that's fair enough category right there.
Best role-playing game.
Okay. Oh, look. Hey, look. There's Starfield. The one and only nomination this fucking game got. I don't even think it deserves it, to be honest. Why is this even here? Can we change it with something else? What about, like, Lords of the Fallen?
We got Baldur's Gate 3, Starfield, Sea of Stars, Lies of P, and Final Fantasy 16. Role-playing game, I mean, you can't get much more role-playing than Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I know, but they're gonna go get everything, bro. What about Lies of P? It was good.
But listen, bro. You know why they're gonna get a lot of votes on a bunch of categories? Because it's so good.
You're right. It is an amazing game.
It deserves
go 4 for 4, baby.
It
Baldur's
deserves
Gate 3.
multiple wins, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna. I swear to God, this game's gonna freaking sweep everything. All right, next category.
Oh, this one's
after
you,
Baldur's
bro.
Gate.
This one's you.
All right, this one's all me. Okay, so we got best fighting games, and as a member of the FGC, I feel like I should take the lead on this one. We have games like God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. Now, in my opinion, the top two will be Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6. And when you look at both
Nickelodeon
of these games,
All-Star Brawl was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's like Smash. It's a Smash clone, right?
Yeah, I mean, Smash games are pretty sick.
And this time they actually have the voice actors, which makes it really cool. But when we're talking about fighting games, I am not a platforming fighting game. I'm a 2D fighter game, and there's two on top, baby, and that's Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. And if we're going to be 100% honest, Street Fighter 6 blew Mortal Kombat out of the water. Okay? There's a better single-player content. Yes, Mortal Kombat has a more cinematic story, but like there's more. You do a lot more in Street Fighter 6. There's better multiplayer. There's better ranked. There's better characters. They've handled things a lot better than Mortal Kombat 1 has. Mortal Kombat 1 is trying to come back and fix everything and make things better, but it's still pretty rocky. Obviously, Street Fighter 6 deserves everything that it's going to get. It blew all fighting games out of the water. It has set the standard for modern fighting games with its rollback netcode, its crossplay. Yeah, that's another thing. You can't give Mortal Kombat number 1 because it doesn't have fucking crossplay. You can't play from PS5 to Xbox to PC, but Street Fighter, you can. So, right there, but ladies and gentlemen, Action Lag Podcast chooses Street Fighter 6. No competition, no difficulty.
I think I agree with you that those are definitely the top two. But in my opinion, this is just personal opinion here, I've always been a bigger fan of MK than Street Fighter games in general. Not just these two specific ones, so I'm going to give it to MK.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong. Okay.
Shocker.
Shocker. All right, here we go. Next
After
category.
that big spiel. Shocker.
Shocker.
Shocker,
you
think
choose
I'm
Mortal
wrong?
Kombat, you piece of shit. All right. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of the genre or platform, we have Disney Illusion Island with some cracked out Disney characters. Jesus, what is that? Party
Look
Animals.
at that cake on Mickey, dude.
Dude, she's got a donk.
You mean he?
Oh, it's Mickey. I thought you were talking about Minnie, dude. My bad.
Look at this fucking cake he's got on him.
Oh, boy! Look at my ass. It's fatter than a fucking bowl of oatmeal.
We got Party Animals, Pikmin
boy.
4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Okay, well,
I'm going Super Mario Bros.
I think Super Mario Bros. Man,
I just think that's a great game to play with your kids. I mean, my sister-in-law, she plays it with her daughter, all different kinds of Mario games with her daughter. So, and her daughter's only like, I think she's like 4. So
we're going Super Mario Bros. Here it is. Got it.
Best simulation strategy game.
Okay, we got Advance Wars 1 and 2, Reboot Camp. Okay. City Skylines number 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4.
This one is instantaneous for me. Company of Heroes 3. Every Company of Heroes game is amazing. Especially the second one, or especially the first one, is what I meant to say. And Company of Heroes 3, I think it was a really good.
All right, well then we'll
really
go Company of Heroes 3. That's our click. We're locking it in. Next category, We have
Best sports/racing game.
Best sports/racing game. EA Sports FC 24. So I'm assuming that's like football, like soccer. Then we got the F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharge, and The Crew Motorfest.
I'm going Forza.
I think obviously, they win every year.
Yeah, the Forza games are just magnificent.
All right, locking it in. Next, we have Best Multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay design, including co-op, massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest. Diablo doesn't deserve it. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I think the multiplayer in Baldur's Gate and Diablo 4, I think they're both okay, but I don't think they're number one.
Look, guys, I'm going to be honest. Street Fighter 6 deserves this.
Yeah, I'll go.
Street Fighter
I'll
6 deserves this. This is a game I've been constantly online. It is great.
Baldur's Gate, I think, is probably a better experience to play solo than it is multiplayer. It's fun multiplayer for sure, but I think with all the choice influences and conversations,
it just takes too long.
It takes too long with multiplayer. It's fun, but it takes too long. And then Diablo 4, the multiplayer, it's just you do the same thing that you would do solo, but there's just someone there with you.
Yeah. And,
so I'll go Street Fighter.
I have to go Street Fighter, man. Rollback Necktoad. I can play against people from across the world and not lag at all. This game is fucking polished. And we're going Street Fighter.
Ooh, best adaptation.
Next category. Best adaptation. Do we even have to read the categories? We already know what it is.
It's Last of Us.
It's Last of Us. I don't even want to read the categories. None of these games.
None of the other ones even deserve to be mentioned.
Yeah, like what are we doing here? Check out Twisted Metal though. It is pretty good. It's on Peacock.
Yeah, I've heard that one was okay, but it's nothing compared to Last of Us.
All right, most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has what the fuck is that word? Demonstrably.
Demonstrably?
That is not a word, dude. That has to be a typo.
Watch us.
Demonstrably.
We're just fucking idiots. And we're
Demonstrably illustrated potential.
I don't know that word, so it must not be a word.
That's a very hard word to say. I can't say it. Demonstrably
illustrated potential.
Then the duck swam across.
I'm gonna try to sound it out. Here we go. Demonstrably illustrated potential.
Did they mean to put demonstrated?
I have no fucking idea.
I don't know, bro. Most anticipated game. Here we go. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
So that's
Hades,
part 2 of the
Hades 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Star Wars Outlaws and Tekken 8.
Dude, my personal opinion is Tekken 8 because
I think
love
Tekken.
Tekken.
I think it's Tekken 8.
But hold on.
Or Hades 2. Yeah.
Hades 2.
We know each other.
Yeah, dude. Hades 2. Hades 1 was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
dude. So
it was.
Look, it is the most anticipated, but I wouldn't give it to Tekken just because Tekken has pretty much shown their whole deck of cards. We already know what's coming out. There's nothing much left to know about Tekken 8 coming out.
I gotta go Hades 2.
Let's go Hades 2.
Demonstrably.
Yeah, what the... Okay.
Content Creator of the Year.
For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact in the community.
Yo, Neil.
I have no idea.
Yo, Neil. Who the fuck are all these people?
I don't fucking know, dude. I have no idea.
No idea who any of these people are.
None of these people are. I will go
okay,
with
so-
Iron Mouse. She
No.
seems pretty kawaii
No,
desu.
you know who I think deserves it.
Who?
People make games
Yeah?
because for one, the Iron Mouse. I'm not a big fan of the
VTubers.
VTubers, and the other three. You know,
Those dudes
the-
look
the-
like
they're-
the
they're trying to-
boys that would put like a pill in your drink
I-
at
I
like
just
a
like-
frat party, dude.
I like
wouldn't
how
trust any of
modest.
these
I like
dudes.
how modest people make games are, so I'm going with that one.
All right, we'll go with people make games. All right.
Oh, here we
getting
go.
close.
Best esports. This is one I'm excited for.
Best esports game: Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, PUB Mobile. Mobile? What?
PUBG Mobile, yeah.
What is that, like the phone version?
Yeah, how do they have esports for the phone version? What the fuck?
Dude, showing up on your fucking iPhone 15 playing PUBG? Cool.
That doesn't deserve to be on here, bro.
Yeah, let's X that one out. Valorant, that one's pretty good, but that's pretty much just knockoff Counter-Strike.
I think but we're talking about esports. We're not talking about
so-
game quality. I think it's obviously League of Legends or Valorant because
What about Counter-Strike?
I mean we're talking esports here though. I think
But Counter-Strike's like the first esport game ever.
Yeah, but League of Legends and Valorant esports are way bigger than Counter Strike's.
All right. We'll go. I
And
say League.
it's
then.
got to be League. I mean, League of Legends is the esports game, bro. It gets
League.
insane amount of audience and viewership. It's got to be League of Legends.
All right, League of Legends. I'm locking it in. Next category. Best esports athlete. Which one of these dudes?
To be honest, the only one I know is Faker, and
Yeah.
he's well known as like the God King of League of Legends. So it's got to be Faker.
But look at this like fat guy right next to him. He seems pretty cool.
It's got to be Faker, bro.
Faker. You think this guy killed a guy in prison? He's got like a little teardrop tattoo under his eye.
Oh, I have no idea.
Probably not. I think
It's
that's
got
a
to be
mole.
Faker though. It's
All right,
Faker.
All right, Faker it is. All right, best esports team. Evil Geniuses, Fnatic, Gaming Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality.
So for this one, it's a toss-up for me between two, and I think
Yeah.
it's because they're basically like OG esports teams, and they're still recognized as a really good esports team in multiple games to this day. And that's Evil Geniuses and Fnatic.
Yeah? So which one
But-
are you going?
I'm gonna have to go Fnatic.
Fnatic?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Best esports coach. This one, I'm not really sure on coaching. I don't really follow esports coaches, so I'm gonna pick the one with the coolest online handle.
I'm going to go with
got
Dr. Evil.
We got Potter. We got Zonic. We got Gunba. We got Exquisiz. And we got Hame.
Home.
And I like Zonic's vibe. He looks like he'd be a cool guy to hang out with, and I like his online handle, Zonic. I think that's pretty
That
cool.
dude looks like he would smash 20 beers inside of a
Fuck
Buffalo
yeah. That's
Wild Wings.
that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm calling Zonic.
Yeah, let's go with that big dude right there. He knows about Counter-Strike.
Best esports event.
Okay, we have League of Legends World Championship, Blast TV Paris, EVO 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships, or the Valorant Championships. Okay, I'm
this
biased here.
This one for me is between Evo and League of Legends.
Well, I'm glad you picked one of the correct ones. Obviously, in my opinion, EVO is like the Super Bowl of fighting games. It goes on for almost a week. It is awesome. The moments are hype. I stayed up all night watching it. It was
Now,
excellent.
I said the best esports game was League of Legends. But I mean, I think the Worlds this year, it was just, kind of cookie cutter. Whereas I heard the Evo,
Evo
from
was the
you.
biggest it's
you
ever
said
been.
you said Evo was like insane this year, so I got to.
Dude, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd they're showing in the video, dude. It's like packed.
I
And
mean,
that's
like
not even the
Worlds at
final
League every
event,
year.
dude. That's not
Worlds at
even the
League.
final event, bro. That's the Tekken one. The final event was Street Fighter, and it was insane. So I got to go Evo, bro.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
pick.
gonna hit Evo.
All right.
Is that it?
Is that?
Yeah,
that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. That is the Action Lag Podcast votes. We locked it in. We sent it in. Hopefully our picks win, and if they do,
Yes, sir.
we'll talk about it at the Game Awards when we have our Game Awards episode.
As y'all can see, it's Game Awards is on December 7th. Don't forget to miss it, everybody. That's in 20 days.
December 7th, baby.
Like the video, comment what you guys think about our picks, which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with the most. Give us the definition of demonstrably,
Yeah, whatever the hell that means.
Whatever you want to do.
Demonstrably.
And we'll see you all in the next episode. And
guys. Thanks a lot. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Check us out on our Discord. Follow us everywhere.
As always, the Discord link, it's always, just click on our YouTube channel. It's posted right at the top. Join anytime y'all want.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our picks.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace!